I love the look of wall hangings, but for me, they have to be super simple because I just don't have the patience to tie all of the knots. So here is a super simple macrame wall hanging that anyone can do. So what you want to do is pick up a plunger at Dollar Tree. Now, this next step is optional. I wanted to cut off the little ridge sections. I just used my saw to cut off that edge, but you don't have to do that. You could cover it up with the twine as well. Next, I'm going to use some basic white yarn that I got at Michael's, but the last time I was at Dollar Tree, they had yarn, and this was my first time seeing it. So if you're lucky, you may be able to find some yarn at Dollar Tree. I know that they had white and a bunch of different other colors. I used 2 spools of yarn in order to do this entire wall hanging. So what I did was I just took one piece of yarn, wrapped it around the edge, tied it in place, and then I made a hanger on both sides, wrapped it around, tied it so it was secure so I could hang it up. Now, whenever you're doing a wall hanging, you want to make your pieces longer than what you think, because once you start either tying knots or doing different things to it, it's going to make your yarn a lot shorter. So I'm using a piece of wood that's about 2 feet long. I started wrapping the yarn around this wood about 14 times. Then when I got a bundle done, I took it off the wood and I cut one of the edges. And I repeated this for all of my bundles. Once I had all my bundles created, I put them over on top of my wood dowel rod. Now here's where the super easy part comes in. I got some clear rubber bands from Dollar Tree. These are just in the hair section. You can use them on like little kids' hair. Once I put the yarn over, I took a rubber band and tied it at the top. And I did that with all of my yarn bundles that I put on. Next, I'm going to do another rubber band about 1 inch down all the way across. So I wanted to create a V pattern. So in order to do that, all I did was I left out one of the yarn hangings on either side every time I went down so that it gradually created my V shape until I was only left with one rubber band. I promise this was totally easy to create. To finish it off, you want to cut the edges. Now, sometimes I will cut at a V shape, but I figured since it's already doing a V shape with my rubber bands, I wanted to cut it straight across, which is a little bit harder. So I just did my very best to try to smooth the yarn out, and then I cut it straight across. And as you can see, I think it looks adorable, especially here on my backdrop. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.